Hello, everybody. Welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns, broadcasting Link to the Past Randomizer Pilot Spoiler Tournament 2024. We got the semifinals for you today. It's game one between the spoilers and ratSTEERing the Apple under the midnight sun. Commentating for us are Specs and Tyler Salt, and tracking is Lady Laura Linda with Pichu coming in a little bit later. Say hello, everybody.
What's up, nerds? I'm Tyler Salt. Hello, Specs. Thank you, Ricky.
Hello, Tyler.
This is a pretty hype matchup, I gotta say. Zelda and Shady, their league team, their pilot spoiler team, called the spoilers for a reason. Gem and Clearmouse are an avid pilot spoiler duo. They do a lot of this, and so I'm looking forward to to a heckin' race right here. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, semifinals, two scary teams. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not playing them. So, but I'm glad we get to watch them. We should also note, in case anyone's curious, this is going to be inverted.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's inverted key sanity pilot spoiler. This should be fun.
Which I've never had to actually play or think about it inverted as a spoiler race. So,
yeah.
I think it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. Question in chat, what's Pilot Spoiler? Pilot Spoiler is a co-op mode. Gem and Zelda are playing the game, and Clearmouse and Shady Force have the spoiler log. They will receive it at the same time that the race starts, so Clearmouse and Shady are going to try to figure out where everything is, and between the two of them, between each pair, they will attempt to devise a route on the fly. Knowing where everything is. So we have divergence right out of the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, I also don't really know what your opener would be in Pilot Spoiler. Like, don't know what the standard route is.
Yeah, I think I like what Gem and Zelda are what Gem and Clearmouse are doing a little bit more. I like the get the item out of Link's house and then bail immediately. Head up to Dark Sank. Maybe we'll get some. Maybe you go into Skullwoods for some bombs, but we're headed directly into Thieves Town here.
Yeah, I think what Jim and Clearmouse makes sense because like Link's house is a quick check, you get it. I don't think there's as like straightforward of this is how you open while you give your pilot a minute type of route. Like,
yeah,
I feel like in Vorted it's more like you could maybe just head straight to Vu or Skullwoods. But that seems maybe not the best, so I like what Jim did.
Yeah. And so Zelda doing a nice glove. And that's all we need in Thieves Town here. We're out of here. Zelda and Shady getting some bombs in Skullwoods, a pretty common inverted opening, whether you have the spoiler log or not.
Yep. Yeah, super nice to get a couple of those bombs. Only gonna get 4. They didn't bother grabbing any of the magic. I got a couple magic pots there.
Nice small key.
Okay, cool. A heart container and t-shirt house. Yeah, you grab that. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, for sure. That's free. No muffin stash, unfortunately. We don't know where the boots are yet, or we haven't found the boots. I'm sure Clearmouse and Gem know where the boots are.
First thing they looked at, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And we are into Skullwoods, probably for some bombs as well for Gem.
Yeah, this.
Ooh, we're doing big key chest here.
One of the best parts about inverted mode. You know, you basically always get to do this with no equipment. It's great.
Yeah.
Especially key sanity mode.
Whoa! Oh, the nice thing is if you don't kill that berry, right? Or maybe if you don't kill both. As long as there's an extra sprite on the screen, the Wallmaster won't spawn.
Yeah, you're correct. So either keep a berry around or hope the berries drop something.
Oh, nice moon pearl. Okay.
Like a magic drop or something or bomb that you just leave it on the screen and the hand can't come down. It does actually help a lot with speeding up that room.
That's certainly a moon pearl that we just got in the Skullwoods big key chest room. Nice full magic drop for Gem. And we're taking our bombs and heading straight to Hype Cave.
Makes sense. But we still have a couple left over on both players' ends. There's our boots.
Hey.
Well, the Skullwoods early dip.
Ooh, and the hammer.
Slightly earlier boots for.
Yeah. So this is interesting, right?
spoilers.
This is really interesting. It seems like with the routing that they're doing, having not gotten the glove in Thieves Town yet, they prioritized getting the boots a little bit sooner. But now they're going to be incentivized to go into the Dark World potentially in the village portal, whereas Gem will be able to go straight from getting these boots in Hype Cave over to the Swamp portal. Maybe for a slightly different approach to the light world.
Yeah, you're right. We can take different entrances in the light world here. You know, we don't know which one's actually going to pay off better. But this kind of makes up for this bonus team because their very first save and quit, they walked over towards Stumpy and ended up stopping. So a little bit of time wasted at the end, which that's kind of spoiler. So I think this will help them out, assuming that Lost Woods Kakariko works out better for your first light world trip.
Yeah, really depends on where our next piece of progression is in the light world.
Yeah, it's only slightly awkward around light world and inverted, only slightly.
Only a little bit, yeah. And looks like we are headed west, young man.
I mean, this actually really isn't any worse for going to Kak.
Yeah. If we're going to Kakariko anyway, I kind of like how Zelda and Shady did this. Although, I mean, we'll see what's down here on Race Game. We'll see what's on Library here. We are going to Race Game.
Yeah, this actually works out really well for. This actually works out really well for going to Kak, but Gem and Clear Master, I actually really like this.
Yeah, any time that you get to avoid dealing with all of those bushes in the Dark World CAC portal, I feel good about it. A sword.
And it's honestly just I forget how far north you have to go and then back south. That's actually quite a few screens. And in fact, that we had to come to here to South CAC anyway for stuff.
Yeah.
Means it was probably less screens or similar screens for Jim Clear Mouse. We're getting into the light world.
All right, we get a cane of Samaria and a little bit of money in Cackwell. Also, if there's nothing in Lost Woods, Gem and Clearmouse get to save and quit potentially out of the bottom of Blind Sight, which is like a not insignificant time save.
But then you can go. They can ride it into Lost Woods, and then either go up mountain. You're not gonna go up mountain. And never mind. They can take it to Lost Woods, and then take it to like Backer of Escape, Graveyard Ledge, and then if they want to continue there, they can go down to Castle or like South
another
Eastern.
sword.
Whereas for Zelda and Shady, they're gonna be more interested to like go to like South Shore after all this, because they'll be down south. So it just depends on where your progression is post-cap.
Gem and Clearmouse taking the time to get a little bit more money because we need that hook shot off of Bottle Vendor that Zelga almost missed there. Didn't miss it. No, wasn't gonna miss it, but I must have left without of it.
Probably worth it.
Yeah,
Especially
I'd say.
Drops of Crystal. Probably need that.
Our tracker today, Pichu, one of the newly announced inverted tournament. Specs, are you going to play in the inverted tournament?
I'm not, but I'm happily going to watch. Maybe call a few matches to the UV streams. You?
Yeah, I think probably. Well, maybe we'll see. I haven't really decided yet. It might depend on how my trip in brackets in Maine goes.
Oh, you don't want to be in too many tournaments at once?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Fair.
Nice hook speed out of Blind's Hut, and we are in fact going north.
Not Lost Woods, definitely that looks like. Back of Escape, Graveyard Ledge here, probably.
Yeah, so this is pretty nice for. We are going to Graveyard Ledge, it seems.
I forgot. Rest of glove checks. Boots checks.
Yeah.
As well here. So.
That's true because we have those mitts.
Save and quit on Shady and Zelgson. I got that sword. Where are they gonna go? So we got huge divergence here.
Yeah. All right. Pod small in Graveyard Ledge. And we're going to
mountain.
We're going up the mountain on Zelda and Shady side and the spoilers side.
Okay.
That's worth.
Yeah, it's either makes you think Zurus has something, but it also could just be cooking. Also could be pod money. It's either pod money or pod and Zora. I mean, we're probably going to pod at some point anyway.
And King's Tomb is a pretty quick check. So
yeah, and if you're up here doing Graveyard Legend Back of Escape, it's
yeah
super easy to do. Okay, we're probably gonna go out the back unless we're done here.
Oh, nope, we're done here. Half Magic and Quake in Back of Escape, and we are out.
So what? They got money. They got the Half Magic and Quake. What else did we get from that trip to the north?
The fact that Zelda and Shady are doing the old man here. The old man sucks so bad in Inverted. It takes so long. Makes me think that maybe the mirror is up here, maybe locked behind the old man.
Yeah. So two things. I'm gonna jump back real quick and say they also got Jim Kuma's got a pod small going North Light World, which is going to pod now. So they're clearly getting set for pod. But secondly, back to the old man. Yeah, it's gonna be something you would expect to be something kind of critical. Ideally, you might get like a flute here and just skip old man, because as you said, old man's pretty slow. Ice small.
Okay. So that was just for the ice small or a save and quit?
Yeah, we can get back to mountain easily.
Yeah.
It also could have been like, hey, I'm not quite sure where to go. He was like a fill-in type option while I am trying to route for you.
Yeah, that's plausible. It's like, hey, we'll spend some time doing this, so give Shady a little bit of time to get that route together. The first 15 minutes of a pilot spoiler seed are very tough for the pilot. You're parsing a lot of information very quickly.
Nice mimic clip by Jim, by the way.
Very good mimic clip.
That's what I expect from Jim, but still.
Gem on a tear. The winner of Speed Gaming Live this year. The winner of the All Dungeons Key Sanity Key Drop with Boots tournament that he was an admin for. So absolutely, like, at the top of his game is Gem right now.
Yeah, just a monster to play in any mode.
And such a nice guy too. Had the pleasure of meeting him at SGL. Super nice guy.
So Pod, let's see, we got Swim Small in the book from Pod. So clearly they're expecting this is like a required double dip, which if Pod has Swim Small in a book, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so our pendants, our Green Pendant Tower of Hera pendant, Thieves Pendant Mire, with our 5/6s at Desert and Pod.
Looks
so yeah,
like
we'll be headed back to Pod at some point.
Zelda and Shady are going for a Water Rock here. They got a Pod Small out of Ice Rod Cave. I think they got a cape that maybe I didn't see what else they got out of Moldrum Cave. Oh, they got Pod Small
some
here.
keys maybe. I'm not sure. All right, here's Bombo's tablet. There's our mirror.
Okay, yep. I can see in there early.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense. Definitely weird. One of those inverted things. Normally you don't see a mirror on Bombo's tablet. Definitely an inverted thing.
Feels inverted, man.
It definitely does. Jim and Cream are doing really well on bombs. Which, I mean, Shade Force and Zelda will too as well here, but they have to do Graveyard Ledge, so very free bomb fill up here. Nice to have be top of those resources.
Yeah, so looks like this mirrorless old man play might be required because both of our runners are doing it.
You mean fluteless?
Yeah, well, and mirrorless. Well, the mirror doesn't help at this point.
Jim and Cream
I guess the flute's the point. You're right.
Yeah.
But having both is ideal.
Yeah, I'm guessing that probably Shady and Doug earlier recognized Old Man was going to have to be done fluteless. So they just figured they would just do it earlier again.
Just get it done, yeah.
Yeah, well, figure out where to go. So. So the main differences here is Doug and Shady had already finished turning Old Man. and they've gone to Moldrum Cave, Ice Red Cave. Where did they water walk to?
Where did they water walk to?
I did not pay attention. Sure was else eventually. They did whatever that was.
Pod small.
No, they got one. They got one at Ice Red Cave, and then they got the same one from Graveyard Ledge, I think, that Jim and Clearmouse got. So they're gonna have an extra small coming into Pod. So Jim and Clearmouse avoided it because they went right side in this Mimic Clipped, which gave them also a Swamp Small they needed on the right side. But if your Mimic Clip is slow, or you're not comfortable with it, then you would want the second Pod Small. So you don't.
Right.
And then you'd come back to Swamp Small later, which isn't great. But maybe it won't matter depending on how the seed routes. I wonder where the second small is going to be spent. We got spent in the front. Okay, so they're spending it in the front. Which is going to be spent there eventually. It just means that this would tell you that Zelda and Clearmouse, Zelda and Shady Force are planning to get the Swamp Small later on their next trip back when they have Bow and Pod Big.
That water walk was just to the whirlpool to
that
get
makes
back
sense.
to North Light World. That's some cross keys routing right there.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's some cross keys involved routing for sure. Okay, Deadrock being annoying there. Okay, what both tablets
Both tablets. Book W. Nice bow.
Okay, so we had to go. That's our. Okay, here the book was not blocked. Interesting. Okay.
But it did require a trip over to Pod anyway.
So my guess is that the Swamp Small that Shady and Zelda haven't gotten yet from the right side Bullock checks and Pod, they'll be able to pick it up later or on back when they go to Pod, and
yeah,
Swamp could be delayed. Looks that way. Here we go. Castle. Oh, maybe they're gonna. I don't.
Oh, mini mold arm.
There was a cape. Is there anything besides a cape? I guess we'll find out.
I guess cape. I mean, cape's a good safety to have. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised that we're going for it.
I wonder if there was something else. Big key on bumper. That would do it.
Oh, there's
Thanks,
a big
Humbug.
key on bumper cave. Thank you, Humbug.
Yeah, it's required. That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
All right, there's the bow for Zelda and Shady.
And let's see. Zelda and Shady also got this Pod Small, and Ice Rod Cave. We'll see if Jim Quinn, let's go for that. Because we for sure need one more in order to beat Helma at some point. And the other 3 Pod Smalls could be terrible. And maybe we need additional Pod Smalls for like... Well, actually, no. Okay, Jim and Quinn is going to grab a different Pod Small later. Actually, they want to grab 2, because I want to grab...
This is
2
bumper.
up to the front.
They're going to bumper right now.
This makes sense.
Yeah, they're gonna get that big key. Pod, maybe? I appreciate, by the way, I appreciate Zelga's Shady Force cosplay today, with the Boo Sprite.
You got silvers already.
That's
Moldrum.
That's
Okay.
that might be worth. That's pretty quick to get. Desert big. All right. That book unfortunately, to my mind, required to get into desert. I wanted to legalize the recent glitch. I voted for it because I think it's funny. But we do need that book now to get into inverted, because we can't delete the statue, or
Sadly.
keep the statue from spawning.
It's sad world. Yes. Okay.
And we're headed to desert.
I'm gonna assume at this point that flute is similar terrible. That we may almost never get it.
And we are converging on Desert Palace.
Yeah. So let's see. What are the main differences so far? Let's see. You have an extra bow, Shady Force, and we have extra bow and Shady Force in Zelka's side. Clear Mouse and Jim have the Swamp Small already.
Nice fire rod. Oh, and we're not going into desert here. Oh, they don't have the big key. So that's an unfortunate, perhaps. Like I don't want to say error necessarily, but a nice little efficiency gain for Gem and Clear Mouse here.
Yeah. Do you remember where that big key was?
That was on bumper.
Ah, that's just paying attention. I just knew something was there, then I forgot to pay attention. Well, a good job. Yes, so they noticed it because they got the cape really early, and then unfortunately.
Oh, and they needed the mirror from the tablet to get the big key, so they were down there anyway.
Yeah, that's required. Yeah, you had the area, hence why Jim and Clear Mouse did it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we're here in Pendant Misery Mire for some reason.
Yeah. And keyless, so probably either he's still here or guy him and leave. Still need a good number of items here. Key seal. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, this food's got to be garbage. I'm gonna guess we'll probably end up getting food at this point.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere super deep. It's in GT or something. All right, there is the desert big key for the spoilers. All right, that seems worth it.
That does.
Especially if we're going to cutscene chest anyway.
Yeah, you're already here. And then, I feel like... I'm thinking Jim and Clear Mouse probably won't get the silvers after Moldorm.
Yeah, I don't think so. At this point, that doesn't seem, especially with that tempered sword, just basically, presumably right next to something that we need pretty badly here in cutscene chest.
Yeah.
That might have been a thinking time move as well, but maybe they're skipping cutscene chest, or maybe no, that is what are we getting here? This is a big key to pod. All right, we need that. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they'll still need to pick up another pod small at some point, but we've only seen 2 of those so far. One of which they deliberately chose not to get out of Ice Red Cave, which is the extra one that Zelda and Shady have. Well, I say extra, but they spent it in the front. But you would think Clear Mouse and Jim would ideally like to get 2 pod smalls.
Right.
Open up the front, like go right side again. Oh, I guess you could. Can't have her. Forgot you still need a pot small for that too. Never mind. You want 2 pot smalls.
Yeah, with a tempered sword that's right next to something that we need, and it seems like perhaps an unrequired Vitreous. Although maybe Viti is required, right? Like we don't know yet. We don't have the Mire big key. Maybe we had the double dip there for the ice rod or something.
Maybe my if there's something like great on Helma, but if we're grabbing stuff for maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess yeah. Oh, I guess the flippers and stuff here are all important. We got flippers and another pod small.
And having tempered sword early is a not insignificant time save in and of itself.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess Vidi's probably not anything, but even if Vidi was, you probably want to come over here for everything we're getting out of here already. Except for pod, tempered, flippers.
Yeah, I think in Gamma in chat is probably right. As much as it pains me to say it, that is just like we're here. Get the silvers. It gives me an extra minute to think here and figure out where we're going next. They needed to go. There was something required on Ether Tablet. Yeah, both bows were there. Yeah.
Yeah, both bows. Yep. Yeah. We don't need. We still need like a few big keys. I suppose this mode, we have to get 1 TR small. Only 1. Okay, we need a TR small. Eastern big, GT big, Ice Rod.
Yeah, that looks to be it.
There's Eastern Big.
There's our Eastern Big.
Okay, probably
We're
gonna
zooming.
combo Eastern and Pod soon, I would imagine. At any point we can go do Swamp too.
Yeah,
Any
with
point we can go
those-
do Ice.
with those flippers that we got out of the Desert Big chest.
Basically, doing any crystal dungeon at this point makes sense, except TR. Everything else makes sense.
Yeah, let's go do them.
Sounds like a good idea. It always feels like strangely wrong to me to just be able to walk the dam entrance. There's a TR
right.
we needed, and not have to go like through the portal again for Swamp. I know it's definitely faster, but like we only have to go through one mirror portal. It feels faster. It almost feels like cheating. In inverted.
Yeah.
Like going.
You get the, especially if you're coming from the desert area, you get that hook speed off of the Bombos tablet ladder.
I would say going to Swamp and inverted, it's just not as slow to go to. It feels Swamp is one of the things that actually in Light World that feels Dark World, but kind of Light World. That feels less awkward to route in. So Ice Rod, GT Big Go mode, okay.
Shoutouts to Jem for using my book W emote on his tracker. I really appreciate that. Yo, what's up, Swamp Palace?
Head, nothing left side, looks like. This is well, we currently have 5 hearts on Zelda side and 6 on Gems. So not crazy health, but I mean we do have Cape, we do have Tempered, Silver's on Zelda side here. Oh, he does another heart. Oh, GT Small. That's a good
GT Small was nice, yeah.
Health's not.
Oh,
too
we
bad.
need the GT Big Key still.
Yeah, but GT Big is our go mode. Oh, and Ice Rod. That's
Nope.
Ice Rod.
GT Big Key
Big.
is our go mode. All right, it's time to play the GT Big Key guessing game. Pick a number between 1 and like 180.
I hope it does not take them
Probably not.
180 checks with the spoiler log. I'd have concerns.
That would be yeah, something would go wrong there. Oh, really nicely
Nice.
done.
Nice fight by Jim.
That is about as fast as you can do that fight. Really, really good fight from Jam.
Yep. Excellent.
Not even the Thieves Town Compass, SMH.
There's still time. We can still see it.
There's still time.
We have half magic too. This is definitely not too uncomfy. This is not bad. Half magic with cape. Like, and tempered.
Yeah,
This is
and
pretty
tempered,
good.
like 7 hearts feels pretty good.
Yeah. This is really good. Yeah, I don't have any bottles or powder, but this is fine. And no armor upgrades, but
Yeah,
It's not bad at
maybe maybe there's like blue mail along the way, you know, that you can just grab in an easy chest. You never know.
if you manage to find an easy meal upgrade, then this becomes super comfy.
Yeah,
But
then
this is
that's free.
for these
so.
players. This is pretty comfy.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Everybody involved is very very experienced at like low percent spoiler type execution. Unfortunate 3-cycle land mode there for Zelda. Zelda and Shady now down an entire Swamp Palace, which doesn't feel great.
Yeah. Looks like you have to hit the switch. No ice big. This makes sense. Yeah. And they don't have to Zelda and Shade don't have to swamp smell yet. They'll have to go to Pod Eastern for Swamp, which isn't any issue. That's something to note. They can't go to Swamp quite yet. Currently, though, we only have...
That's true. They'll get that Swamp Small on their way to Helma here.
Here's something I'm curious about. So far, we've only got... Jim and Clearmouse only grabbed one Pod Small. So unless they find another one before they head over to Pod, maybe we'll have to go through the right side a second time. They're still in the advantage seat, obviously. But that's just a note that they'll have to go right side 2 times in the seat if they don't find another Pod Small.
Yeah. Yeah, they've used one. They went right side and then used one to open up the back to get the book.
Yep. So, yeah. So they still have one left for Helma. No front door at the moment.
Yes, no, so yeah, I guess they have one left, so they're fine.
Oh yeah, they're fine.
Oh
they're
no,
fine.
they haven't opened up the front door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they don't need another one.
Yes,
but
exactly.
They will have to go through the bow side again.
Which isn't that bad. I mean, I think it was a smart when they went to Pod. Like, it made sense.
Yeah.
With the route to going with, it's not bad. It makes sense. Oh, another TR small. We only need the one.
That's our first. Yeah, that's the first TR small for Zelda and Shady.
Yeah, multiple convenient TR smalls. I like how these dungeons are being strung together. Swamp and Ice here, and then taking that portal, and then get over to Eastern, and then we can mirror, do Pod.
Yeah, this is really great fluteless routing by Jam and Clearmouse here.
100%. We should also point out that Jim and Clearmouse have not beaten Skullwoods yet, so they will have to give a little bit of time away whenever they go do that. Still in the advantage for sure, but they'll give some time away when they go do that.
Gem was in the room where the flute is. It was in Freezor chest. Interesting. Yeah, I guess at that point, it's not saving you any time.
You have a save and quit to mountain. There's nothing you gain out of it at this point.
That's not worth it.
But next time you go over to Kakariko, you're not even going to Kak. You're just going to go to Skull Woods from a save and quit. Going to Kak would be insane. Yeah, there's no reason to grab a flute.
Oh wow, they skipped the Gem and Clearmouse skipped the Thieves Town compass. I question their commitment to memes.
Wow.
Incredible.
Okay, well, they're disqualified now.
Yeah.
Nope. They're out.
Yeah, not even a bow landmo either.
Yeah. It's like it's semifinals or something, and they're not memeing anymore.
Right? Imagine
Crazy.
not memeing. Couldn't be me.
I know it's a serious match, but come on. Memes first.
That is crystal number 4 for Gem and Clearmouse.
Yep.
Zelda and Shady on their way to crystal number 4. Oh, now we're doing shooter room. Okay, dude. Well, they have the mirror now, so
I like it.
It's faster.
It actually is faster now than earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a small key to this dungeon. Okay.
Oh, nice. I like it. Okay.
Classic pod shenanigans.
It seems like they had enough opportunities to find another pod small, so I was surprised they hadn't been able to find one that wasn't terrible-ish like Ice Red Cave. That explains it. There was a pretty good one available.
Yeah, that's a pretty good route right there.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, there's a small key in Harmless Hellway too.
Harmless Hellway? Okay.
Feels 100% inventory, man.
Okay. So... Okay. So we're gonna go see... So Jim and Chris after this, we'll go beat Skull Woods. TR in some order, and then up to GT. I guess one thing I'm noticing is that Jim could master down to 1 arrow.
I'm sure it's fine.
The spots to get arrows, like this, you can get 5 in the back of Skull Woods.
I'm sorry. That was good. NMG Turtles in the Dark. Okay, dude.
It was really good. Ah, thanks, Ari. So they get 10 arrows off Helma. Yeah, that was a really good Dark Turtles. That was really good. It's impressive people can do the Dark Turtles just like it's the same thing.
I can barely do NMG Turtles in the light. So
skipping AirPods here makes sense though.
Rip Bugnet.
So I can show you finally getting a 6 heart there. That was one of the ones that Jim and Quimmer skipped.
No, I think they got that one.
They did?
I'm pretty sure they got that one.
I'm sure you're right. You're right. Just testing you there, Tyler.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I appreciate you keeping me on my toes.
Yeah. I knew they grabbed the one out of waterfall.
Yeah. So at this point, it feels like we're looking at a GT big key up, maybe in TR, maybe it's just in GT.
Yeah, Mountain TR GT.
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen much of the mountain. We haven't seen much of the mountain yet.
Yeah. I'm assuming it's not even too bad in TR, but well, I guess no, it's not true. It could be some kind of slow to get to in TR. It could be. We'll see.
Oh, decidedly not a Samaria list seed. Okay, all right. So that says to me, it's maybe right side in TR. Could be right side GT.
It makes me think right side GT.
Yeah. Could be on Trinex, I suppose. Moth. Not cooperating super well. There we go. That was decent.
Yeah, no, not too bad. RNG was not the best.
Okay. Good big key.
This is game 1, right, Tyler?
Yes, this is game 1. Yes.
Okay, so we'll get at least 1 more game, if not 2 more games. And to save him quit the mountain.
Yeah, this is why we saved the old man.
Yep, makes sense.
Nice fairy. It's pretty good.
Okay. We going straight for Laser Bridge? Or somewhere else? Yeah,
It's
let's
Laser
straight for Laser Bridge. Okay.
Yeah. We're just doing Trinex. That ice rod strat's pretty fun.
It is fun to do. Good strat from Ravis.
Yeah, I believe that is a Ravis strat.
Yep. To save a little bit of time over the known Samaria strats.
Yeah, I love that. The Samaria strat, the double hit is so fun. I think I will always main that one.
Nice second phase there.
Yep,
Try
very
next.
good. Bye-bye, flute.
Okay. Got Samaria out. So,
Are we going back in? Or are we going to Hope Room? Well, if we're going to GT, if we got Samaria out, we're going back into TR here for the GT big key.
yeah, it could be hook shot if it was GT.
It would be hook shot if we were going to GT, so. Yeah.
Okay, roller room. Okay.
So this is our this is presumably the GT big key. Oh, that'd be save and quit. That's right. It's inverted. It's inverted.
Oh, it's on castle.
That's right.
Yeah.
GT is in the castle.
See, I signed up for comms before I knew it was inverted.
Same.
So I don't feel like I'm expected to remember this. Oh, and we got an extra heart.
Nice. And there it is, our GT big key. I would have laughed at that if that
Okay.
was the Meyer big key or something, or the Thief
Yeah.
Sound big key.
Powder, mushroom, yeah. A fetch quest item, yeah.
Yeah, Pichu knows these things. Pichu, I didn't know you were such an inverted fan until I saw that announcement.
And we have a GT small from Swamp. So this will be a very, very quick climb. Don't you worry. I'll have to grab a mini helmet key.
Yeah, we'll
That'll
have to
be
get mini helmet key, but that's fine. So at this point, Zelda and Shady need an error of some kind from Gem here on the climb.
Yeah. Yeah, to be trying next, go grab the GT big. They do have silvers, so 30-second time save on Ganon, but not quite enough.
There's that swag Samaria strat, unfortunately, backfiring there for Zelda.
At this point, Jim should know that they can just play it safe. Don't take too much damage.
Yep.
Just need to avoid big errors, big time losses, like an accidental mirror or dying.
Or a fall on Ganon or something like that. But
Yeah, even
I
if
mean,
all the
which
Ganon,
spoilers for the SGL finals, but Gem took a fall in phase 4 of Ganon against Big Ducka in the SGL finals and was able to keep it together and get the win still. Torch glitch, big thing, yeah.
But Jim and Kamash should be good at this point.
Yeah, I like they're gonna be through Land Mode 2 probably by the time that they might be done with the climb by the time that Zelda and Shady get to GT at this point.
It's so nice in Gauntlet 3 when you get that great RNG where you can just dash strat, right beneath the spikes.
Yeah.
RNG always feels so great. I'm always so upset when I don't get that RNG.
Yeah,
Which most of the time.
It always feels bad. Gem 041 used wrong bow.
This is what's nice that we have half magic, so we can just easily spam with fire rod shots, and it's not a big deal. We don't have a lamp here, but it's obviously fine. We have plenty of magic. We'll be grabbing an hour.
Ooh, that dash. That's spicy.
Might be
I'm always so afraid of falling
Yeah.
in the pit in that room after lighting
nice.
that third torch.
Yeah. They have enough magic. Nice job.
Yep. Just enough. Now we get the magic refill in here.
I would think this one would be a good idea to grab. Probably
Yeah.
gonna make the fight easier.
Yes, I would say so.
Shady and Zelda entering GG now.
Just
Smidge
about.
less and climb less.
Yeah, this is just
Behind.
about a climb behind.
Yep. Too far behind. But yeah, just on their end, you know, I would say I suppose Botcham was a bit faster, and then there were a few unfortunate routing things. And
Yeah,
what the biggest ones would be going to, when they first went to desert area.
I think so.
They didn't get to the mirror assume, and therefore, well, no, they didn't get the desert big with their cape assume, so they went to go grab mirror and desert area. Like
And
the
had
new
to do
desert.
that. Yeah.
And then at the very beginning, when they started the seed, they walked to Stumpy not quite knowing where they would need to go, and they ended up not having anything, so they had to save and quit again. And a couple other things.
Yeah, they did get to combo the DP big with Skull Woods, as Pichu says. Clipe. Gem's not gonna clipe. Not even gonna fake clipe.
I'd also say, I think the decision to get the pod small in Ice Rod Cave was a bit slow.
Yeah.
Not unreasonable in the moment, but one of the things when you think about afterwards, like what Jim and Puma said, you also could have taken the pod small out from the front early on too, if you really wanted the second pod small.
Right.
And the pod would have been a bit faster, and then you get another pod small
Where
later.
were the other
Graveyard
pod
Ledge.
smalls that we got? Graveyard. It was Graveyard Ledge. Ice
Ice
Rod
Rod
and
Cave
Shooter Room.
and Shooter Room. And I forget what the other one
And
was.
the desert torch. Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that the trip to Ice Rod Cave definitely some time that maybe they would like back.
And then the Silvers on Moldorm.
Yeah.
You have to go. You have to traverse all the way through Hera.
Yeah. Which
and beat Moldorm.
with the hook shots, not a ton of time.
No, but I think for what you gain back in the Silvers,
Yeah.
it's not awful, but I would say not worth.
Last one was in Lost Woods. Interesting.
But like, Shady First and Zelda definitely showed a lot of great gameplay and routing.
Oh yeah.
Where, like
absolutely.
you definitely game 2 could be a very different story.
For sure. Yeah.
It's definitely
Not-
going to still be really close.
Not to take away anything from them, obviously Zelda has executed very well. Like this mode's real hard, and these two pairings I'd say are some of the best that we have to offer here. Get your GZs in chat for Gem and Clear Mouse. Gonna take game 1 here in this pilot spoiler semi-final matchup.
Yeah, GG's to Jim and Clear Mouse. Nice game 1 win. I'm curious what mode Game 2 is going to be. I'll find out in a bit.
Jam and Clear Mouse are going to join us for an interview shortly. I'm excited to just like I don't play a ton of spoiler. I'm not like I like Pilot Spoiler when I play it in League. I'm excited to just listen to what these 4 people have to say about this race here.
Same, 100%.
We are joined by our winners, Gem and Clear Mouse. GG's, y'all.
Yo, GG's.
Thank you.
How'd it feel? Things that you thought went well? Anything that you thought could have gone better?
We should have picked up the Thief's Compass.
I was wondering where the thief's. It was in the Meyer spike chest. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Just,
we were in the
yeah.
same room too, and we had
I
cape
was-
and half magic. Yeah.
I was questioning your commitment to memes. I gotta say. But yeah.
It's not, our round was so different. It was hard to tell if we were ahead or not.
Yeah, it was a pretty different. I think that right at the beginning, you guys, I think, got a little bit of time. I think Shady took a little bit longer to get oriented, and so they walked a good, decent decent ways towards Stumpy before saving and quitting and going back up to Sank. So that was a little bit. They also got a pod small out of Ice Rod Cave that y'all passed on, and the silvers were the other big thing, I think. And speaking of silvers, that is 4 of them. So get your GGs in chat for Zelga and Shady for the spoilers. Finishing up, and they'll be here soon.
I was just very happy to see the booth so early. Early
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Early
same.
enough, yeah.
Yes.
Those are like ideal boots. Just about.
Yeah, the funny thing is, maybe we can wait until they're there. Okay, I see them in the waiting room.
And we're joined now by Zelga and Shady. GGs.
Yo, GG's.
So
GG's, guys.
I'm gonna get out of the way and let you 4 people who play way more spoiler than me talk about this seed. So have at it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We got our wish, but you guys didn't. Before the race, we said Frage early boots, and then Shady said Frage no light mode access within 10 seconds.
Yeah, we got off to a really rough start. My Discord disconnected our call literally during the countdown, and I didn't know it until like
Wait, are you serious?
the race.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Like I had to like reset up the stream capture and everything. But for the record, that's not why we lost. Not even close. It was just like a really stressful start on both of us, right when everything is like immediate light world access and everything. And then
Yeah, that's really rough. That sucks.
yeah, but
Sorry.
yeah, you guys killed the route. Like everything just worked out. Like the south route to town, up and around, and then being able to get the swamp small and just do a full loop. Like everything worked out like beautifully with the way you guys did it. It was great.
Yeah,
Were
yeah.
you
Give
willing
us
to limit
crush
this?
this one.
Out of curiosity. Were you willing to, or?
We briefly talked about both the sword in Stalfo's basement and that key, and I was like, I'm not doing either of them. I want to.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
I didn't really have a good handle on the route at all at that stage, and I saw that both of those were optional and maybe they could be delayed, so I was like, well, let's try and get this pod big and then get back, because it was like a forced pod double dip, so
Yeah.
I thought we could leave those alone. And then we ended up not even getting the sword and pod anyway, we ended up getting the Meyer sword, but...
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, we
realize
were
we
awesome.
didn't need that sword until much later. Because as I was trying to I didn't see pod big until like I wasn't gonna have the Stalfo sword, and then I realized that if we were gonna go do Vicky chest, we were gonna do the Compass chest and Meyer too, so it was much easier.
Yeah, I think you caught that like right as we entered pod, and then
Yeah,
decided we're
yeah.
not getting stuff as basement.
Yeah.
My question for Zelga and Shady is about the silvers. Can you guys talk me through the decision to go get those?
Yeah, we felt like it was a minimal time loss getting them very early and having them for all the bosses. At that point, I think we both also thought that Vitreous was required. I think we were also thinking that Meyer was a crystal. But it still felt like about as fast as you could get silvers whenever they're not a guaranteed time save. So just go ahead and grab them, and then we got them for bosses like 3-cycle Landmo and such.
Did you actually use the real bow then, Zelda? That's what I just heard.
No, I just killed one per cycle.
Yeah, it's probably a small time loss if you play perfectly, but it's because it's so early. You just get it and it gives me more time, and you don't really think about it too much. Like, I don't think that's really the issue. I don't think it's really the big factor in the seed.
No, certainly not. No, certainly, but it was just a routing difference between the two of you. So I was interested in hearing your take on it.
Yeah, the main issue was I saw the Light World Access was okay. Like, once we got over the blip at the start, right, with wasted time going to Stumpy, and then I saw the things we could do in Kakariko, but then by that point I was really struggling to figure out the route after that, so I didn't really know where to send him, and we lost quite a lot of time between there and over the next, I say, 10 minutes of the seed. So I was slow recognizing that pod was a double dip, and you guys were in pod much earlier than us. I should have sent Elga straight to pod, because like there was pod keys lying around. We could and we only need to bring one, and you can get in and you can get your stuff and leave. So I think I just did not get a handle on the route early enough, and we lost I think we lost pretty much all of our time in that little 5 to 15 minute spell in the race. Yeah, just you guys had a much cleaner route. You had a much better handle on the route, and I really struggled with this one, I think. So that was the main difference.
How did you get money, out of curiosity?
We looked at your stream, and then we saw what you did, and then we did the same.
Literally, that's what we did. Like, he was trying to find money, and he was like, well, there's Bonk Rocks. I was like, well, they did King's Tomb and Back of Escape. I guess I'll just go do that.
Okay. Yeah, Back of Escape actually turns out you didn't need it, because, like, so initially I was like, oh, GT Big is in the front of TR. Okay, we probably will need to open it up. And then Jem said later, it's like, we just get warped to the front, like after we beat Trinex. I'm like, oh, I see. And yeah, but at that point we already did Back of Escape, so it turns out actually we didn't actually need to. And then Jem was actually talking about we can do Tomb Raider after we got Graveyard Ledge, and I liked it. It never crossed my mind to do that until he said it.
Yeah, if there were no free meds, it would have been funny to do it.
Yeah, that would have been. But, like, who knows how inverted works anyway for getting warped to the front and all. But, I mean, with half magic being there, I think it was still worth the time, because the lamp was really awkward as well.
Where was the lamp?
Dark Cross.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I feel like, but with that half magic, I feel like generally you want at least one of, like, lamp, half magic, or silvers, just for the gauntlet, if nothing else. And so, getting half magic that early is almost always worth it, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, it gives you, at the very least, it gives you some time back on refills, because you use less magic during boss fights. That's at least that. And it's just very comfy to have it.
Yeah, and you guys were comfy with swords. 8 hearts is plenty, I would say.
Yeah, this one was super comfy.
Well, GG's to everybody. Do we have a game 2 scheduled yet?
Yeah, that one is Friday, 5:30 Eastern, 9:30 and or 10:30, depending on where you live. Otherwise.
All right.
So like a half an hour earlier than this race, but on Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent.
And it won't be inverted. It'll be regular, no GT boots. Yeah.
Whose choice was inverted? Or did it have to be agreed upon? I don't remember.
Has to be agreed upon. So we all agreed it. We just suggested it. It's a fun mode. We've done a few inverteds already this journey.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. No, go for it, Shady.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to actually run it against you guys. I thought we would just be doing boring stuff, and then Mouse is like, "Oh, say, what do you guys think about inverted?" And I was like, "Well, okay, fine. So let's have some fun."
Yeah, so you guys actually inspired us. We were like asynching your seeds to like practice before playing you, and we saw one of them wasn't well. We're like, okay, let's just play it for fun. Then we're like, oh,
Those
I don't know, this
things
was
must
fun.
have gone well. That's why you're suggesting.
Yeah, this was
well,
fun,
first-
and we
yeah.
crushed. Let's
Yeah.
suggest.
Yeah.
I think the like we used to take the one that you played in like the earlier round. I forgot who your opponents were already, but like I think it was like the big thing was like I think like we didn't have to give admits or something. I think that was just like one. I was like, but yeah, like I think we also want to just try and burden, and then I was like, okay, well this doesn't seem as bad as it maybe seemed like in my head. So you know, and plus it's fun to do something else. So.
I think it can it's a not like it's tricky for seeds like this when you get the light world access early for the pilot, but you can also get seeds where it's just really difficult early combat. Like if you go to 3 hearts, Green Mail, Ice Palace, and Swordless and get something out of, and then Ice Palace bomb jump your way to get something, and it's forced. It can be really brutal. Like we didn't have any of those for any of our inverted seeds. They were all pretty cozy combat wise, I think. But,
we did have one practice where it was like you Super Bunny into Paradox, so you have a sword, so you don't die on 3 hearts or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But in the actual races, yeah, it hasn't happened. It's been pretty friendly.
All right. Thanks everybody for the race. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to game 2 on Friday. GG's all. Specs, a pleasure as usual.
Yeah. Thanks for the co-comms, Tyler.
Absolutely. And we'll throw it back to Ricky. Thanks, Ricky. And thanks to Pichu. Thanks, Pichu.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the restream. This is my very first restream, so thank you so much for making this happen.
As a player, of course.
Yes, as a player.
Yes.
GG's Clear Mouse.
Yes. GG, thank you.
Yeah. I saw you guys on the schedule. I was like, you've done so much to make these restreams happen for this tournament. I need to throw it back a bit. So,
really appreciated.
Thanks so much, Ricky.
No worries. Thank you. So yes, thank our runners, Jem and Zelda Dasan, and their pilots, Shady Force and Clear Mouse. I put the links in the chat. Also thank our commentators, Tyler, Salt, and Specs, and our trackers, Pichu and Lady Laura Linda, who filled in for the first couple minutes. That's going to do it for this race. We're going to go raid ZSR2 right now. They've got a Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup match between Crisbo and Scatsman. So we're going to go give them our support. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful time and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.
Later, chat.